Even with today's housing slump, real estate agents will pull in about $60 billion this year. And the reason is, as any homeowner knows, they charge a 6% commission on the price of every house they sell. So, for instance, a home that goes for $500,000 will net agents $30,000 right off the top. For realtors, that 6% commission is sacrosanct. It's remained in place even as the price of homes has quadrupled over the past 25 years. But things are beginning to change. What happened to travel agents, stockbrokers, and booksellers, the encroachment of the Internet, is beginning to affect real estate agents. And that sacred 6% is under assault from online discounters.
Ooh, that's nice.
Lara Willis and his fiancée Bridget Takeuchi of Seattle, young and Internet savvy, took a big chance when they decided not to hire a traditional real estate agent. Instead, they both sold their old house and bought a new one online. What did you have to do yourselves that the traditional real estate agent would have done for you?
Print out the flyers, that would go on our signpost and describe our house to potential buyers, and then we held an open house ourselves.
What did you miss? Tell us what you didn't get that you would have gotten.
What we may have not gotten was a real estate agent showing our house or trying to actively sell our house.
Who's out there really pushing for us?
And that's what I kept saying. Those insecurities started to really seep in for me, and I started to really question. It wasn't until the ink was dry on the paper that I was 100% sold, to be honest.
How much did you save by not going with a traditional realtor?
Well, overall we saved $26,000.
Now that is money you would have spent on a commission.
Right.
Now we can walk down the aisle. Actually pay for people to eat at the wedding.
Yeah.
They used a real estate company called Redfin.
Cool.
An online discounter based in Seattle. It has a cadre of e-agents who, for the most part, do their work on computers and on phones.
Hey, Heidi, it's Rob McGarty at Redfin.
Rob McGarty says early on a number of people called who were skeptical about the whole idea.
Are there real people there? Is this just some shop in Bangalore, call center taking real estate transactions? And, after they talked to us, realized we were, real agents in the same city they were in.
Flesh and blood.
They were like, whoa, this is for real.
Okay, I will have it there by 6:30 for sure.
Lara and Bridget's agent, Kelly Engel, used to be a traditional agent.
I had done quite a few deals where I spent maybe 5 hours total working on the deal. I never saw the house. My client found it online, and I would make $12,000 for 4 hours of work, and I thought, this cannot keep going on like this. I felt like I was going to get caught. Someone's got to see that this is happening, and I think a lot of them hold that truth inside of them right now. They've got the clients that are finding houses on their own. They made $20,000 and did 10 hours of work.
Glenn Kellman may look like a bike messenger, but he's an internet entrepreneur, the president and CEO of Redfin.
Real estate is by far the most screwed up industry in America. And we feel like things that Amazon or eBay or Yahoo have done for other industries, we can do for the real estate industry.
Because of the internet, he says, his agents can handle many more transactions and charge the clients much less.
Because they didn't have to sit in the back of a Lexus with the real estate agent and use up all of his time, we're able to pass on a lot of savings to them.
And he does mean a lot of savings. Usually a seller's agent and a buyer's agent split the commission, so they each get 3%. But when Redfin represents the seller, he does not charge the 3%. He charges a flat $3,000, and that's it. That alone drives the traditional agents crazy. But then when Redfin represents the buyers, he gives them money back.
We've refunded over $3 million in commissions to our customers.
Refunded?
Yes. When we're the buyer's agent, we take our commission, which is usually 3%, we keep 1/3 of it, and we give 2/3 of it back to the buyer. So on $1 million house, we would get $30,000 normally, but we only keep $10,000 and give $20,000 back to the buyer.
How are you making money?
The average agent processes 8 deals a year. We have an agent who can do that every week. So that means that we're 50 times more productive.
Who can close 8 sales a week?
Yeah.
Are you spinning me?
No, I'm
spinning
not.
me?
I mean,
There's
seriously.
no way to independently check the number of deals his agents close in a week. But it's clear they do make it easy for their customers, who can sit home at night in their pajamas and click on the Redfin webpage to read critiques of houses in their price range, see what comparable homes in a given neighborhood have sold for, and to even tour a house they might be interested in.
We've got plenty of photos up here. You can see the entryway, nice fireplace.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Pretty good.
Nice dining room.
Redfin displays for free information that's part of the package you pay a traditional agent to get.
So, for example, if we were looking for the turkeys in this market,
Yeah.
we could find properties that haven't sold in the past 45 days.
Oh, unsold in 45 days. Look at that. If you like the house, you can click the Start an Offer button. A Redfin agent at his or her computer in the office contacts the seller's agent and negotiates a price.
And sign here.
Redfin then coordinates all the paperwork for a loan and closing the deal. Lair and Bridget say the Redfin agent helped them come up with an asking price. And you sold it for the price you came up
A
with?
little bit under.
A little bit under.
10,000 under.
Oh, wow.
Which was
Wow.
still what we were hoping for. So
Within your range.
It was definitely within our range.
absolutely.
But perhaps they've left quite a bit of money on the table if it had been put in the hands of somebody that really knew the business.
Deborah Ahrens has been a top RE/MAX agent in Seattle for 18 years. She says that Redfin customers get the Walmart treatment when what they really need is an experienced, hands-on professional. And besides, she says, buying a house is a high-touch business, not high-tech.
Did the previous owners live here a long time?
43 years.
That's what okay.
43 years, a long, long time.
You have to go and see it for yourself.
This is not like buying books on Amazon.com. Real estate is typically people's largest investment.
Now, if somebody comes and challenges you and says, you don't do enough for the 6%, what's your response?
My response is, I am not the agent for you.
Some agents have been known to lower the commission, but Erin says to give clients her ultimate, she needs to charge the full 6%. Now, here's what Glenn Kelman of Redfin says. The price of homes has gone through the roof, pardon the pun, over the last several years.
Yes.
And yet your commission has still stayed at 6%. You're not lowering your commission to give the buyers this advantage.
Right. I think
So you're just raking in the money.
I wish that were true. I think what's happened is a lot of expenses have gone up, everything from postage to gas, which affect real estate agents' profits.
She says she has to spend money to make money for her clients, especially when they're trying to sell a house in today's down market.
We'll get it sold, it'll be over with, and you won't have to worry about it.
To move a property, she comes up with a strategy, then creates buzz by blanketing neighborhoods with flyers and sending postcards to notify other agents. She also spiffs up a house for viewing. As an accredited staging professional, she polishes, redecorates, and declutters.
It is the single biggest money-making thing a seller can do because getting their own belongings out will allow buyers to imagine themselves in the home.
I see. So all our little knickknacks,
Yes.
they have to go. Photos of the family. They have
Absolutely.
Aunt Alice's wedding present out.
Yep.
When the house is ready, she targets potential buyers as well as agents and holds an open house to dazzle them. Redfin
Yes.
very proudly says that they returned in rebates $3 million last year to its buyers.
Right.
You can't boast of anything like that.
Absolutely not. I
Right.
don't know how to answer that one.
Other agents have an answer. Try to drive the discounters out of business, which is what happened to Steve Del Bianco. He helped launch the first internet discounter, eRealty, in 1999 in Texas. No sooner than they were up and running, the local agency in Austin that regulates the industry adopted a new rule that effectively barred eRealty from listing houses for sale on its website. Then,
they sued us for breaking the rule they created to shut down eRealty's ability to compete.
was the main objection, do you think, the cutting of the commission?
That was the only objection.
The only objection.
Realtors embrace the idea of some automation and some use of the internet, but the minute it cuts into their pocketbooks, well, they all hell broke loose.
eRealty won the lawsuit. But then it ran into the National Association of Realtors, the industry's powerful governing body. In 2003, the association issued new rules of its own, ones that threatened to block Internet discounters' access to the Multiple Listing Service, or MLS. That's the database that lists virtually every home for sale in the country. It's the lifeblood of any agent or brokerage, including discounters like eRealty.
And the threat of these new rules meant that our investors closed their pocketbooks and new investors wouldn't answer the phone.
Because they knew if you couldn't get access to the MLS, you were dead anyway, and they knew that.
That cut off our air supply. They knew it.
In the end, eRealty went belly up. So how much money did you lose?
$33 million.
The Justice Department is now suing the National Association of Realtors, or NAR, for adopting policies that are fundamentally anti-competitive and harmful to consumers. NAR told us those accusations are untrue. Now, the NAR argues that it's their agents who contribute to the MLS, it's their listings, and that they should therefore have the right to withhold them since they belong to the agent. Doesn't that make some sense?
I don't think so. When you hire an agent to help sell your home, you're paying them a 6% commission to put your home in front of as many possible buyers so that you get the best possible price in the shortest time. How does it serve your interest then if they suppress the showing of your home to a whole category of realtors who show it online?
NAR has suspended the rules pending the outcome of the case, which is scheduled for trial next year. But Redfin's Glenn Kelman says the effort to shut down the discounters continues.
The traditional brokerages have figured out 9 ways from Sunday to try to screw up our business.
They're targeting you?
Oh, absolutely.
One way is to influence local and state legislation and rules. The brokerage industry has a powerful lobby.
The people who made the rules are the real estate agents themselves, and almost all of the rules are for the benefit of those agents. They have control of this industry, and they intend to keep it.
8 states have minimum service laws that require realtors to provide a level of service that many Internet discounters can't afford. 11 states flatly prohibit rebates.
Oregon is a perfect example of that. We would love to go into Portland, Oregon, but there's a law against giving people who buy a house part of the commission back.
Wait, there's a law?
There's a law.
Are you going to try to go national?
Our goal is to be in every major market in America by the end of 2008. And so,
but do you expect that the fighting to get more intense if you do go national?
We expect it to be hand-to-hand in every market that we go into. And so we're just going to go door-to-door, house-to-house, and try to change this industry.